Hello and welcome to my latest video. Today we are going to be talking about the 0 degree Virgo new moon that's happening on August the 22nd at 11:06 p.m. PST. So for some people, this new moon will be experienced on August the 23rd, but for everyone, this new moon is kickstarting our eclipse season that we're all experiencing in September. So if you're just tuning in today, welcome. My name is Jenny. I'm a tropical Western astrologer, and I'm going to go through all the things regarding this particular moon. And then I'm going to go through an all signs forecast to help you navigate how this energy is playing out in your natal birth chart. I'm also going to pull a tarot card to get more guidance on this very magical new moon so that we can all learn how to embrace and embody the guidance from La Luna. And this one is a great one because it is kick-starting the eclipse season. So again, it's happening on August the 22nd at 0 degrees Virgo. Now, the 0 degree mark and the 29 degree mark are called anaretic degrees. It's the beginning, it's the end of any sign, whether it's Aries, whether it's Taurus. There's always a 0 degree, all the degrees in between, and then there's a 29 degree. Then it goes to the next sign. So the 0 and the 29 are both considered anaretic. They're considered important degrees. When you see them in a natal birth chart, I always take note. The 0 degree mark represents innocence. It does represent Virgo, and Virgo is the most pure of all the signs. It does represent that earth angel, pure energy. So if you have strong Virgo in your chart, listen up. This one is giving you a big message, and hopefully you're able to embody the beautiful, beautiful transmissions from this particular new moon. So Virgo, let's talk about it. It's at 0 degree Virgo. And so 0 degree is a Virgo mark, and it does suggest extreme innocence and purity, extreme health, body, mind, and spirit health. It does suggest extreme discernment. And you know what? The nodes have been in Virgo and Pisces. That's why we're experiencing an eclipse, because the moon is close to the nodes. It's, again, this new moon is at 0 degree mark, and the nodes are further down. So it's not considered a total eclipse. It's a partial eclipse, the ones that are coming up. So that's why this isn't an eclipse, because it's too far away from the node, but it still is eclipsy. This new moon still is very eclipsy because it's in the same sign, even though it's a little bit further away from where the node actually is. And the South Node is in Virgo as we speak, which means that the North Node is in Pisces as we speak. So for an 18-month period, that's how long nodes go through any given sign. For an 18-month period, the whole world is being encouraged to embrace this kind of energy. The nodes of the moon are always the destiny points in our chart. And whenever I read a person's chart, and you can check out how to get a reading from me in the notes below. Whenever I read a person's chart and I'm saying all the astrology, da 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 da, using all the terminology and language and perhaps losing people, I always say, don't worry if you forget everything I say, because really all you need to know is your North Node. That's where you're going in life. Your South Node tells you what you've already mastered in past lives, what you've already mastered at a soul level. You've already done it. And so not to poo-poo the South Node, because you're going to come into this life with those talents and those skills. So you can still use them. You can still use all those talents and skills, and it's going to come to you easily, right? But where you're going is toward North Node energy in your birth chart. And in the cosmos right now, the cosmos are encouraging all of us to go toward Pisces energy and to do the shadow work regarding all the Virgo stuff. And so right now, all of us collectively are encouraged to close the door on the Virgo stuff that is no longer serving us. So what is the Virgo stuff that is no longer serving us when it comes to a 0 degree new moon that is basically kickstarting eclipse season? I would definitely interpret that to say, if you do not fully understand your innocence and your purity yet, if you don't fully feel like you are an innocent soul that is available for all of the goodness in life, You can line up with the abundance, and you are worthy of all of the abundance awaiting you. If you're not feeling that strongly yet, let this new moon at 0 degree Virgo really seep into your being and let you understand that you are truly an innocent soul. You are here. If you're listening to an astrology video, you are expanding your mindset. If you are open to suggestions, sorry, I was just checking my speaker. If you are open, keeping your mind open, which then keeps your heart open, and vice versa. If you keep your heart open, mind open, heart open, then perhaps, just perhaps, you are an innocent soul that is ready and available to live the life that you were born, your birthright. You were born to live at this time and to have the best life possible. Okay, Virgo is also very discerning. So we are all being called right now to have some discernment. Are you going to believe everything you hear and everything you see on the social medias? And are you going to believe everything you read? And are you going to believe everything they're telling you in the news? Because we are being strongly urged with the South Node in Virgo to have some discernment, tune into your inner knowing, because that's where the truth lies. The truth isn't out there. And it's not out there even in the spiritual community with some guru that's telling you, well, this is exactly the way it is. The discernment of Virgo is encouraging all of us to tune in because the answers are here. Virgo is also the great health guru. So, speaking of gurus, Virgo is very healthy, body, mind, and spirit. So, are you taking care of your health? Because you've been encouraged to do so with this transit of the South Node going through Virgo. We're all being encouraged to take better care of ourselves. So you might have thought that you were healthy a few months ago. Well, since this South Node activation in Virgo, you've seen ways, you know what, I could embrace a little bit more health. I could be a little bit healthier. And so what are you doing on the daily to take care of not only your physical vessel, but also your soul and your spirit, mind, body, spirit health? Virgo is really encouraging all of us to tap into. And so with the South Node going through Virgo, it's those daily tasks. So super boring, super boring. Are you getting up? Are you setting your alarm? Are you doing the damn thing every morning? And it's the same thing every single day. And so you're doing the morning meditation every single day. And then you're doing the morning stretch every single day. And then you're going to the gym every single day. And then you're doing the celery juice. And then you're doing the smoothie. And then you're doing it every single day. And it's those every single day habits that perhaps are in the moment boring, they become atomic habits. And that completely changes your life. And then your lifestyle is completely changed and you could no longer go back. And that's the gift that Virgo gives us, that gift of discernment that I was talking about, knowing your truth, and as well taking care of your mind, body, spirit. And so we've all been encouraged to go toward the Pisces things, right? That's where the North Node is. And for a lot of people, the Pisces energy is foreign and not comfortable because it's otherworldly. Pisces is extremely otherworldly. So some people might call it spiritual. Some people might call it things like meditation and prayer. Some people might call it forgiving that rascal that you never thought you'd forgive and you've let go and you've let goddess. Pisces is also the great addicted one. So all of the addictions are coming up for us to drop once and for all, to heal them, to heal our addictions and to stop, because Pisces is the final sign and it's where you close the door and you end it. So we've all been encouraged to drop the Virgo stuff, go toward the Pisces stuff. And this new moon on August 22nd at 11:06 p.m. PST is the 0 degree mark. That's the very beginning of any sign. 0 degree is the very beginning, but the 0 degree in and of itself represents Virgo. So it's double Virgo. It's a double Virgo new moon, encouraging all of us to embrace that inner angel, to embrace the purity within, the innocence within, the earth angel that we all are. We are all angels at some level of our existence. Angel energy may or may not resonate with you, but if you see things like matching numbers all the time or the same number sequence all the time, that's the angels communicating with you, saying things like, yep, you're on the right track. Yeah, keep following that thought. Because you might have a thought and then all of a sudden you see this number sequence that you always see. And it doesn't have to be the same number like 1111. Maybe it's just a number that you always see, like 247, 247. You keep seeing it, right? You keep seeing the same number sequence. That's the angels communicating with you. That's angel energy. And we're all being encouraged to really tap into this angel energy, whether it's through numbers, whether it's through nature, whether it's through slowing down our thoughts and having some discernment about all the things we keep hearing or all the things they keep trying to tell us. It's time for us to have some discernment and come up with our own conclusions. Okay. So the South Node will be at 19 degrees Virgo when there is an eclipse, and that's going to be a 29-degree Virgo new moon solar eclipse on September 21st. So just to recap, this new moon on August 22nd is at 0-degree Virgo, and then the next new moon will be an eclipse. And it's in Virgo again, so it's a blue moon. That's where the term blue moon comes from when it's a moon in the same sign. So it's 0-degree Virgo on August 22, and then September 21, 29-degree Virgo at new moon solar eclipse on, so it's the new moon. And it's a blue moon because it's a Virgo, it's a double Virgo lesson. So this one on August 22 is starting the whole darn eclipse season thing that's happening in September. It's at 0 degrees, and then the solar eclipse is at 29 degrees. 29 degrees is the final degree. It's the final lesson. It's like, have you bought the t-shirt? Have you packed up the car? And are you on the highway home energy? And so it's like it's giving us a month, right? To really tap into this energy that I've been talking about, that pure and innocence within, knowing that you are not a mistake. It's not a mistake that you're here during this pivotal time in history. This is the Great Awakening, and the astrology has been telling us all 2025 that it's time to make some big, big, big changes in our lives, whether it's those daily habits, whether it's taking care of our physical vessel, whether it's working on our mental health and our spiritual health, whether it's forgiving and letting go and letting Goddess, whether it's seeing God in everyone and in everywhere that we go. These are the big lessons that 2025 has been encouraging us to step into. And with the blue moons, both of the new moons being in Virgo, 0 degree and then 29 degree at the solar eclipse, that would be like the final look. Have you got your health in order? So this is the one on September 21 that I'll talk about in a future video for sure. But when it's at the 29-degree mark, that's like, look, the lessons have been learned. And are you doing the damn thing? And have you integrated a new healthy routine? And have you been taking care of yourself every single day, not just once? Oh, I did this thing once. I had a smoothie. I had a smoothie one time and it had some protein powder. I'm good. It's not just that. It's like, have you been doing the daily? And so I feel like this new moon at 0-degree Virgo is giving us some serious inspiration to get it right, to get going on that path. We've probably already started a lot of it. We've probably started a lot of it, and we're going to check in with where Virgo sits for you on your birth chart so that you'll know further how to integrate this energy. But I feel like this is like, your final, like this, you better get going because the solar eclipse, and I will get into this in my next couple videos because we'll be talking about the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse. And I always say during eclipse season, you don't manifest. You don't get your pen out and do the magic. What you do is you sit back and you look what comes in and what goes out. What comes in and what goes out, because eclipses are timeline shifters. They are the great timeline shifters. And so for us to put in this work and do it for our health and do it for our discernment, which really, when we have discernment, we have strong mental health, right? So let's look at what I've got written regarding this particular new moon. There's trines to Saturn. There's a beautiful trine happening in the heavens at the same time. So it's not connected to the new moon, this beautiful trine, but there is a beautiful trine, and it's between Saturn, Pluto, and Uranus. Okay, so at the time of this August 22, 0 degree Virgo new moon, there's a beautiful trine in the heavens between these outer planets, the ones that are moving. So Pluto moved just last year, and then Saturn moving this year, Uranus is moving this year, all the other outer planets are moving this year, which strongly suggests we're getting into new Earth. This is a new paradigm. This is a new era. And so the cosmos are encouraging us all year long to make the changes we need to make so that we can get to the new Earth. You know, it's not a destination, it's a journey. And it's all about taking care of ourselves and having the self-care and the discernment to get there. That's what the cosmos are saying when the North Node is in Pisces and the South Node is in Virgo. And so again, at the time of this particular new moon on August 22, there's that beautiful trine. Now, this strongly suggests that the heavens are giving us new Earth activation with this new moon. This is such a time that we can get out our moon journal. We can manifest with this moon on August 22 because sure, it's in the same sign as the South Node, but it's not right next to it. We're only at 0 degrees here. And so, you know, the node is over in 19 degrees. We've got some wiggle room here to do some moon magic and potent because that's where the South Node is. So get out your new moon or your moon journal and write some intentions where Virgo is in your birth chart. It has everything to do with those daily habits that become atomic habits so that we can become otherworldly like the Pisces, like the great Pisces leaders. And we can unconditionally love everyone and all of it. And it will just be our second nature to forgive it all and forgive everyone. Okay. So again, I've got my notes here that I keep reading here. The 0 degree mark is something to really meditate on at the time of this new moon. It's that innocence and its purity. And if I could have a wish for everyone listening today, it would be to understand that you are an innocent soul. If you're listening to things like astrology videos and you are working on yourself, I can assure you, you're an innocent soul and you want to be a part of the lightest journey. You want to be a way shower. You want to be a truth teller, and you feel it deep in your bones. You are a healer, right? And the Virgos are the great healers. They are the angels of the earth. And for people that don't even know much about angel energy, it's understood, you know, that if someone gets in a horrific car accident, and someone might say something like, oh, their angels are with them. Like you understand that angel energy is healing energy. Angel energy takes care. You know, angel energy is watching over and taking care. And so for you to become your own angel and to embrace that inner angel within you is highly recommended at the time of this new moon at 0 degree Virgo. And I've written a mantra for this particular new moon. It's very eclipsy. This new moon is very eclipsy, but you do have wiggle room to write out an intention. You really do. And I'm going to go through the houses now. And I want to use this mantra at this new moon. I think it's very powerful to use this and to embody this. And it is, I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. So let's hop into a all signs forecast now, and then I will pull a tarot card for everyone at the time of this new moon to get even further guidance on this beautiful activating 0 degree Virgo new moon that is very eclipsy, if not, it is eclipsy. And eclipses bring that power to completely switch a timeline. That's the power of eclipses. And it is quantum leaping at its finest. It's the same, same. A quantum leap and a timeline shift are the same, same. And that's this new moon has that energy written all over, especially with the trines to Saturn, Pluto, and Uranus, suggesting when it's trining those outer planets that are moving around, changing signs, encouraging all of us to change. It does suggest, look, we're going to give you spiritual support. We're going to give you the support needed to make that quantum leap and to get you onto your highest timeline. Okay, so let's go through quickly an all signs forecast. Where is Virgo in your natal birth chart so that you can embody this beautiful energy from the 0 degree Virgo new moon on August 22? Is Virgo in your first house? You are a Virgo rising, and we love you. Virgo risings, we love you. You are an earth angel if you're a Virgo rising person, and that's the way people see you because your first house is your rising sign, and that is how you show up in this world. Whether you're getting eggs at the grocery store or you're doing a really important presentation at work and everything in between. It's how you are. People see it and it's who you're showing up as. You are an earth angel if you're a Virgo rising, and you are a very healthy person. And so if you are a Virgo rising and these words don't resonate with you, then holy moly, do I recommend that you get healthy. The cosmos are urging you strongly to get healthy. If everything that I just said about a Virgo rising person and everything that I just said at the beginning of this video is not resonating on a soul level for you, then you are being urged in a strong, strong way to start doing daily habits now. Get healthy now, okay? And so if you're a little bit, well, maybe I feel a little bit, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I feel like an angel here. I don't know if my wings are ready to fly, and I'm not sure I'm super healthy. I've probably been healthier, but no problem. Okay, not trying to cause any kind of anxiety here, but I would highly recommend getting out your moon journal. Okay, and writing intentions about your health, body, mind, spirit, physical vessel, mental health, spiritual health. Okay. Do you need a heart chakra activation to open up the heart? Do you need to maybe work on your mental health? And that means like mindset shifts, right? That means like, geesh, I've been so negative, and all I can see is the negative thing of that story. And this is my victim story. Da, 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 da. Okay, stopping the victim stories would be my number one piece of advice. And then next would be a massive mindset shift. So shadow work. This is my other great book too. Shadow work is the mindset shift that you might need if you are a Virgo rising and you are willing and ready to tap into that innocence within, because Virgo rising people are innocent souls. You are an innocent soul. If Virgo rules you, your first house, you are an innocent soul. You are an earth angel. And I always say, whenever I read for people that have Virgo rising, whenever I do a personal read, I always say to them, like you're the people that can't eat like a full bag of Doritos or something, or you'll just like barf. Like just the rest of us without Virgo in our first house, the rest of us without tons of Virgo energy, we could eat Doritos, probably feel a little sick, but like it's not going to kill us. Like it'll kill you. You eat a full bag of Doritos chips and you're a Virgo rising or a strong Virgo person. And it's not just Doritos. Let's not just make fun of the Doritos, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like a person that smokes, if you're Virgo rising and if you smoke, it's almost like a literal line. Your wrinkles will literally form as you're dragging in. Like it's just, you can't get away with being unhealthy when you're a Virgo rising person, is what I'm trying to say to you. And living a clean lifestyle is extremely important if you're a Virgo rising. So what you're consuming into your mouth, as well as what is you're consuming on the television, what you're consuming on the social medias, what you're consuming, listening to, it matters when you're a Virgo rising. And so this mantra, I really want you to step into. I really want you to grab your moon manifesting journal, and I really want you to write down this mantra and then set your intentions. Here's the mantra. I am an innocent soul. and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. Okay, your whole life can change, Virgo rising. When it's in your first house, when there's a new moon is when you set intentions, right? And this is a very eclipsy new moon. So you can really eclipse things quickly. This is quick energy. This is timeline jumping. This is quantum leaping energy because we can play with it a little bit because it's at 0 degrees and then the south node's over at 19. So it's like it's far enough away that we can play a little bit here with energy. We can do some quantum leaping here. So Virgo risings, I strongly suggest that you write down that mantra, embody that mantra, and then write your intentions regarding anything in your life because it's your first house. You can change anything with a keen focus on your overall health, body, mind, and spirit, and your daily habits that will get you to your highest timeline. Okay, if Virgo's in your second house, this is all about your worth, knowing your worth, and then the worthiness pays off because money, it's a money house, and money is a cyclical energy. When you know your worth, boom, the money comes into the bank account. And it's a beautiful flow, isn't it? I know my worth and it's just flowing in and it just keeps going and it just keeps flowing. So Virgo's in your second. Second is a money house. The second house is your self-worth, knowing your worth, knowing you are that innocent soul, and knowing that your body, mind, and spirit are connected, and really feeling into this mantra. I want you to write down this mantra and get out your moon journal and write intentions regarding money, your possessions, your self-worth. And here's the mantra. I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. Okay, so if Virgo's in your second, know your worth and eagerly align with that highest timeline, quantum leap to that highest timeline, where all that money starts to flow into that bank account of yours. Okay, if Virgo rules your third house, the third house I always call the junk drawer of astrology because it's a lot of things. But if it is one thing, if the third house is one thing, it's your communication style. So the way you speak and what you're writing, what you're saying, what you're putting out there, whether it's on social media or, you show up to work and what do you say at the meeting table, how do you show up? But the third house is also not just communication. It's things like your siblings and your cousins that feel like siblings and your friends that feel like siblings and your neighbors and your neighborhood. And it's your cars and your modes of transportation like scooters and bikes. And it's short distance travel. So taking a road trip in your car. That's so third house, right? Okay, so I want you to embody this mantra when you get your moon journal and you're writing your new moon intentions, knowing that when you take care of your body, mind, spirit, and put yourself first, right? And communicate your needs, whether it's in a text message or saying the thing or writing the thing, knowing that when you say it, when you communicate it, and do it on the daily, then timeline jumping, quantum leaping to your highest timeline is possible. So I want you to write this mantra before you start writing out your new moon intentions. The mantra is, I'm an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. Okay, and then you get your moon journal and you can write intentions about any of those things I just said, whether it's a new car, whether it's a road trip, whether it's about your friends that feel like siblings, whether it's about your brother, sister. Okay, and tending to yourself daily, doing things daily regarding all those communication skills. Okay, is Virgo in your fourth house? Fourth house is your deepest emotions. It's your mother wounds. It is your mother or your mother's lineage, or it could be your father's lineage if he felt like more of the nurturer in your life. It's also your house, home, and property and real estate. Okay, so it's all of those things, and I want you to grab your moon journal, and I want you to write at the top of the page this mantra at the time of this powerful 0 degree Virgo new moon that is activating eclipse season. That is very eclipsy, this new moon. So it can offer us timeline jumps, quantum leaps. So first write this mantra. I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. And then you write your intentions. You get your moon manifesting journal and you write your intentions regarding all those fourth house things. Something to do with your mom, something to do with your mother wounds, something to do with your deepest, darkest emotions, something to do with your house, home, property, real estate. Okay, something to do with moving through, maybe it's a great time for some shadow work, moving through the emotions and all of the feelings that come up and working on this daily, doing it daily, and knowing that you need to take the time on the daily to really improve your body, mind, spirit. Okay, if Virgo rules your fifth house, okay, this is the fun house. This is the joy house, fun and games and all things creative. So that's beautiful. So this is very creative projects energy, right? Also has to do with children. Okay, so I want you to grab your moon journal and write at the top of the page this mantra. The mantra is, I am an innocent soul and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily in order to tap into all those fifth house things. Maybe you want to have a baby. Maybe you already have a baby and you want to improve your relationship with your children. Maybe you want to start. Maybe you are not feeling very creative and you need some inspiration for a creative project because the fifth house is all about creativity, art. It's the great actor. So if you want to become an actress, or if you want to paint the picture, if you want to create the online course, it's very creative. It's also all things games and sports, children, like I said, and joy. It's just having fun. So get your moon journal and write intentions about tapping into those daily habits that will get you onto that quantum leap, that will get you onto that new timeline, that highest timeline, so that by the time we get to the blue moon, so the next new moon, which is also in Virgo, it's an eclipse. See what comes in, what goes out, and it's going to be packed full of joy for you because it's fifth house stuff. Maybe that new little baby will be on the way. Maybe, you will have that breakthrough with your grown adult child that maybe you haven't spoken to in a few years. Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, Virgo in the sixth. Okay, well, Virgo belongs in the sixth, so that means you're an Aries rising. So congratulations. Virgo belongs in the sixth. Yeah, that's the healer. That's the great healer household. It's all about your health, body, mind, spirit, taking care of yourself, and then you become this great light. You become the lighthouse that is draws other people in. You don't heal others because you place your hands on them. You just become this healing light. Imagine that lighthouse, right? So yes, Virgo in the sixth. I want you to grab your moon journal and I want you to write at the top of the page this mantra. I am an innocent soul and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. So Virgo in the sixth, this is like where it belongs. It knows how to do this. Do the daily things, whatever the daily things are for you that take care of yourself. You know how to take care of yourself and start trying new things that you know will put you to the next level. Like things like, juicing every day, things like stretching every day, like every day, like do it every day, exercising, getting outside every day, rain or shine, like fresh air, grounding every day. It's these daily habits that will quantum leap you to the highest timeline that you want to be on. So get out your moon journal. We have some wiggle room at this new moon because it's not a eclipse, although it's very eclipsy. And so we can use this eclipsy energy to quantum leap us, to get there faster. It can happen quicker if we're willing to work, if we're willing to co-create with the universe. We can get there. But you've got to put your body, mind, spirit top of the list when writing the intentions at the time of this new moon. Okay, seventh house is Virgo in your seventh house. These are your closest relationships. So your spouse, your bestest friends, your business partners, any contractual agreement you have with anyone, like a marriage, your people, it's your people, right? Okay, so what you're doing is you're grabbing your moon journal at the time of this 0 degree Virgo moon. It's a very eclipsy new moon. It's a very eclipsy new moon, which means that it could happen quickly for you. Things can speed up. We can quantum leap regarding seventh house things. So at the top of the page, you grab your moon journal. At the top of the page, you write this mantra and you say, I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. So let's tap into taking care of your mind, body, and spirit when it comes to relationships. What are you available for in your relationships? Is it reciprocal or not? Are these closest people in your life, are they reciprocating what you're putting out? Being honest about your relationships, because you deserve to have relationships. Your closest people should be mirroring back to you, and they always are, if they're jerks or not. If you're surrounded by jerks, then you're a jerk. So that's a hard truth, right? But it's our closest people are mirrors for where we're at, right? And so by us knowing that we are innocent souls with this 0 degree Virgo mark, knowing that we came here so innocent and the world programmed us, right? Whether it's our religion or our teachers and parents, whoever it is, all of them, to make us believe that we aren't these innocent souls and we are worthy of whatever, just a little bit of this or a little bit of that. No, we're worthy of it all. We're worthy of reciprocal relationships, right? So it's up to you at the time of this new moon to use this or not, to use this eclipsy energy with this new moon, because you can still write intentions. It's a 0 degree innocent purity mark for you. Do you have pure relationships in your life? Do you have innocent souls surrounding you that are just trying their best and working together to get to this new, beautiful new era that we're all being encouraged to go to? Do we forgive? Do we let go? You've got to ask yourself about your closest relationships and be honest and put in the daily work that you need to do. If you need to communicate better, whatever it is that you need to do in your relationships will be your biggest mirror at the time of this new moon. And then the eclipse is coming up because perhaps, just perhaps, relationships will be eclipsed out of your life because they are no longer serving you. Or perhaps, just perhaps, new relationships will eclipse into your life because they are part of your highest timeline. Okay, does Virgo rule your eighth house? This is the transformation house. It's the butterfly house, I always say. So you couldn't go back to being the caterpillar even if you wanted to because you are now a butterfly. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. So the phoenix hits rock bottom. There's nowhere else to go but up. So the phoenix rises. So for you, I highly recommend you grab your moon journal and you write this mantra at the top of the page. I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. Tuning in to what's best for you, mind, body, spirit, taking care of the physical vessel as well as your mind and your spirit and your heart center, regarding eighth house things, transformation, the transformation house. Perhaps you are deeply desiring a huge overall transformation. This is the transformation house. This is also the house of chunky money. So it is a money house. So it's the investments that you make, right? So you put your money into something or tax returns, it's taxes, it's group effort money. So the money that you and your husband save, or it's the money you put away for your children. It's stuff like that. Or maybe you want to make an investment in something, something to do, like could be crypto or something like this. So, of course, ask your financial advisor. I'm certainly not a financial advisor, but this is the chunky money investment house for you to make an intention with the universe and say to the universe, I'm willing to work on myself, body, mind, spirit on the daily, do tapping in, embracing the discernment of knowing what works for me, what doesn't work for me, so that I can transform my life. Maybe it'll transform your bank account too. The eighth house is also the sex house. So if you want to transform your sex life, maybe you don't have a sex life and you want a sex life, or maybe you've been married to the same person or with the same person for a long time and you need to completely transform the sex life, that kind of thing. So that's all eighth house stuff. Grab your moon manifesting journal and know that we have wiggle room to do some manifesting that could help you timeline jump because it is very eclipsy, this new moon, and it's an innocence to it. There's a purity to this new moon that'll help you take that leap and get onto a highest timeline. Okay, ninth house is Virgo in your ninth house. This is a very spiritual house. This is what you believe. These are your belief systems. This is, the religion. Are you religious? Are you spiritual? And how do your beliefs rule your life or not? It's also publishing, so publishing books, publishing the thing, putting it out there. It's also foreigners and foreign countries. So people from foreign countries, as well as going on that trip, finally taking that trip to so-and-so, right? So I want you to grab your moon journal at the time of this very pure and innocent and very eclipsy new moon. It's not an eclipse, but it's very eclipsy, which does suggest a quantum leap if we're willing to put in the work, body, mind, and spirit, and do these things daily, tap into our discernment daily and our purity and our innocence. So, first of all, you write this mantra: I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. And then write the intentions regarding all those ninth house things. Maybe it's taking that trip, maybe it's hooking up with that foreigner you've always been interested in. Maybe it's leaving your religion. Maybe it has something to do with diving deeper into your belief in your faith system. Maybe it's publishing that book or starting on that book. It'll help you quantum leap regarding all those ninth house things. Okay, is Virgo in your 10th house? This is your career. This is the top of the chart. The 10th house is the top of the zodiac. It's the very top. It's the top house. So it's like people see it. It's your public reputation. You're not hiding anything in the 10th house. You can't hide. Even if you wanted to hide, you can't hide what's in the 10th. So people see it. And it's your career and it's your public reputation. It's also the father house. So maybe you will become a father. Maybe you want to become a father. Maybe you want to speak to your father. Maybe he's dearly departed and you want to communicate with him in spirit. Maybe you haven't spoken, maybe he's alive and you haven't spoken to him in 10 years. It's the father wound. It is your public reputation and it is your career. It's your goals. I want to get there one day. I'm going to get there. People are going to see me do it. And I'll be known as a CEO. I'll be known as an entrepreneur. I'm going to be known. People will know it. So I want you to grab your moon journal at the time of this very pure and innocent new moon, very eclipsy new moon. It is not an eclipse, but it's very eclipsy, meaning we can quantum jump with this new moon. We can get to that new era because there's a trine. That trine is happening at the same time, suggesting there is a new era waiting for us. We can get there, okay? So we've just got to write down this mantra, embody the energy of this mantra when writing your intention. So here's the mantra: I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. Then you write down your new moon intentions regarding your career, regarding your father, regarding your public reputation, regarding how you want to be seen and show up in this world. Okay, is Virgo in your 11th house? Okay, 11th house, people. Virgo rules your 11th. So this is the greatest good for all. This is humanity. This is the future. This is quantum leaping and timeline shifting at its finest. That's all 11th house stuff. It's the alien house. So, tapping into, spirit guides, however you see your spirit guide, maybe as beings, maybe as angels, whoever. Okay, and it's all things technology, and it is medical breakthroughs, and it is inventions. It's the great genius house. It is the great genius house. Okay. So I want you to grab your moon journal and write this mantra at the top before you start writing your intentions. The mantra is, I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. So on the daily, you're going to put in the work. You're going to co-create with the universe. You want the brilliant download? You want to have that brilliant download and do the invention. You want to be the inventor of that future thing. You want to quantum leap to your highest timeline, your future self. Okay. So you're willing to work on yourself daily. Tend to your body, mind, and spirit. Clear out the vessel, clear out the chakras so that you can receive the brilliant download. Okay. And then you write your intentions regarding 11th house things. Maybe you want to bring something to humanity, an invention. You want to serve humanity on some level. You want to connect with your future self and get guidance from your future self. You know, it's all those 11th house things. That's what you're going to write your intentions about. And you're going to tap in to this innocent and pure new moon that is very willing to quantum jump you there, get you on a new timeline there, if you're willing to put in the daily work. Okay, and last but not least, the 12th house. Does Virgo rule your 12th house? This is the final house. This is the let go, let goddess. This is the I forgive house. It also rules institutions like hospitals, rehab centers, prisons, orphanages. So it does rule those kind of institutions. It is the great forgiveness house. It is the great addiction house. So maybe, just maybe, you want to end the thing. Smoking, drinking. You know what addictions are. Addictions can even be, watching too much Netflix, for crying out loud. Addictions are on a spectrum, right? And so the final house, the 12th house, is addictions. It is those institutions I said. It is the let go, let goddess. It is the very forgiving. It is very otherworldly. And seeing it all like as if this is a matrix, it's all working. The whole universe is conspiring, tapping into the bigger picture, right? So that you can quantum leap and you can timeline shift to your highest timeline. Now, this 0-degree Virgo new moon has such a pure and innocent and angelic energy to it. So if Virgo's in your 12th, this is such a beautiful way for you to tap into letting it go, finally letting it go, finally forgiving, finally closing the door. It's like it's over. It's finally over, closing the door so that you can timeline jump to the next best and like way better situation. It's over. Okay. It's the final house. So when you're writing intentions at the top of the page, I'd like you to write this mantra. I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily. And then you grab the journal and write out the intentions regarding all those 12th house things. Okay, what a beautiful reading we've had here for this 0-degree Virgo new moon on August 22nd at 11:06 p.m. PST. So for some people, this new moon will occur on August the 23rd. Do adjust for where you are on the planet. But it is a very innocent and pure new moon that is very eclipsy. And so what that means is the South Node is in Virgo, this new moon is in Virgo, but they're far apart. The South Node's still down the road. So we have some wiggle room here to do some manifesting. I do not recommend doing any manifestation work during eclipses. Eclipses are the great timeline shifters. They are quantum leapers, and we will get into that in the future videos for the next full moon and new moon because they are solar eclipses and lunar eclipses coming up in September. But for now, end of August, our final moon in August is the new moon at 0 degree Virgo. And it isn't an eclipse, but it is very eclipsy. And it does suggest that innocence and purity at the 0 degree mark. It's the beginning mark. It's the creator mark. I can co-create with the universe mark. It's like all things are possible, Mark. It's the degree that suggests brand new baby being born here. It's a rebirth with extreme innocent vibes. We've got a trine happening at the same time as this new moon between Saturn, Pluto, and Uranus. A beautiful trine happening between those three power players, suggesting, look, it's the cosmos saying, look, like we've got new era energy coming up. We've been encouraging you. This is the planet speaking to you. The planets have been saying to you all year long in 2025, look, it's new earth, it's new era. Changes need to be made in your life. For everyone, it's a different story, right? You need to make some changes if you want to raise your vibration and join this new era energy. So we've got this beautiful trine happening at the same time as this 0 degree Virgo new moon. It's very eclipsy, this new moon, because, the south node is in Virgo, but it's far enough away that it's allowing us to play a little bit. And so we can write an intention at the time of this 0 degree Virgo new moon. And we can find out where Virgo is in our natal birth chart. Go back and listen for your particular rising sign. You can listen for your sun, moon, and rising, of course, for a fuller picture. And we can use that mantra. And the mantra that I have for this particular new moon is, I am an innocent soul, and I align with my highest timeline by tending to my mind, body, and spirit on the daily, because Virgo is health. Virgo equals healthy. And to be healthy, we need to take care of our body, our mind, and our spirit. And so that's the mantra for this new moon. And yes, you can write intentions. And I advised you how to do so by going through the all signs forecast. And now we're going to choose a tarot card for this beautifully innocent, quantum leaping, timeline jumping opportunity, innocent new moon. And here is the card. It is the shadow side in reverse. I love it. It's a major arcana. So in my deck, it's called the shadow side, but it's the 15, right? So it's the devil. It's the devil. So of course it's not the devil, but it's the shadow. Okay, grab my shadow work journal if you don't have it yet, because this is the opportunity for us to finally embrace the shadow. It's that part of ourselves that we've been disowning. And we've been saying, la, 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 I don't see you, I don't hear you, da, da, da. No, I don't feel that way. No, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Have you ever said that in your life? I'm just fine. But the shadow is just begging you to see it. The shadow wants to be seen. Have you ever been in a relationship where you're not seen and you're not heard? Well, that's how the shadow feels too. The shadow's like, look, I'm knocking on your door. I've been banging on the door, and then I did boulder down the door. And still, you don't see me and you don't hear me. Have you ever been in a relationship like that, where you're like, okay, I'm gonna be polite. I'm just gonna be polite. And then, okay, I'm not gonna be polite, and I'm gonna say the damn thing. And then it's like, holy, I said the damn thing, and they still didn't change their behavior. They still didn't. And so you say the damn thing a little bit louder, and then you're yelling, and then it's a situation, and the person refuses to change, or else they ghost you. Has that ever happened to you before? Well, that's how the shadow feels. The shadow is like, look, I'm trying to give you a gift. The shadow is trying to give you a gift because it's an old subconscious program that you picked up probably before you were 7 years old, because that's what the science says. Most of our programs are sizzled into our subconscious mind by age 7. And so the shadows are trying to be integrated so that we can move on, so that we can quantum leap so that we can get onto a higher timeline. But if we continue to ignore the shadow, then we're not embracing the lesson that the shadow is trying to teach us. So why not? Why not listen to it this time? And so, what a beautiful, beautiful lesson at the time of this 0 degree Virgo new moon. And I will remind you, if you have made it to this video, and if you have been listening to my words, I assure you, you are an innocent soul. You didn't do anything wrong. No, not even that thing. You know, you know, you are not evil. You're not bad. And you are an innocent soul. You are here to bring light to this world. And so the only way to bring light to this world is to actually look at the dark. We all have dark. We all have shadows. And it's time for all of us to integrate the shadows, to say, okay, I am willing to look at you. And I am willing to hear what you have to tell me, and then I can rewire it. Then I can transmute it to light. So if you're looking for a little bit more guidance on shadow work, this is such a great resource that I've created. It's available on Amazon. And also I have a video, a series of videos walking you through how to do the shadow work with this book. So you can go find that on YouTube for free. And so it's time, you know, for all of us to do even more. You're like, oh no, I've already done shadow work. Okay, well, it's time for us to do even more. Okay. And the card said so. And the card even said so. So what a beautiful new moon at 0 degree Virgo on August 22 for all of us to embody, to embrace and embody the innocence that we are, the light that we are. And to do so, we all need to embrace the shadow and transmute it to light so that we can become that lighthouse. When you become a lighthouse, then you put out a signal of light, and then people will be attracted to you. Those that need to come to the light, they want to come to the light. You're that lighthouse and you stand strong. So you keep doing the stuff on the daily. Virgos do stuff on the daily. Virgo energy does stuff on the daily. They're very organized. They do it every day. We can all learn from this. We can all have some discernment on what to do daily that is going to become an atomic habit. And it will help us quantum leap and get onto that highest timeline. So I hope this video has served you. Please do comment below, where is Virgo in your natal birth chart? And are you feeling all these vibes and the eclipsy energy that's on the way? Let me know how this video resonates, and can't wait to get into the next videos with the eclipses coming up in September. Okay, happy new moon at 0 degree Virgo, everyone. Take care.